Welcome to the Psych Expansion Podcast. I'm your host, Gabriel Elijah. Give it up for me. Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on? Listen, beautiful people, I appreciate y'all for stopping through, so give it up for y'all. Yep. Oh, man. For everybody listening right now, I just want to start it out by saying thank you for being here. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with me. You're here with me right now. Also, I want to say, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube so you get the visuals. You can, see what's going on in the videos. And if you're looking on YouTube and you don't always have time to look at the video, we are available on all other platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcast, whatever. Wherever you can find a podcast, whatever you use to listen to your podcast, we're on there as well. Yeah, man, what's good? What's good? So, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. My timeline right now, and everywhere I look, even on YouTube, all of my platties are full of fucking politics. Like, literally, I'm sitting here like trying to scrape the internet for like just new things to talk about, and I'm just seeing Biden, Trump, what else? Just really that, bro. It's really full of politics. Like, shit is about to go on with the debate. Yeah, 2K stuff. Yeah, and it's full of 2K stuff because I used to play 2K Hard Body. You know what I'm saying? That's my game. I just sold my Xbox, so I wouldn't play the game. Like, I was a game freak, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could sit there and play that game for hours. I'm just so competitive, bro. And once I get in it, it takes me away from the real world, and I'm on there with my friends. And yeah, bro, I had to get rid of that shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But yeah, my timeline's full of shit right now. Like, yeah. So I decided to come on here and we're gonna do story time today. Yeah, let's do story time today. Listen, y'all. You know how when you do something at work and you be so afraid that you gonna get fired for it? Like, you like, oh fuck, man. This the day right here. I had a friend like that. Well, I have a friend like that. Nigga came and told me about it, and I felt bad because I'm laughing. I am dying laughing at this nigga. I mean, I am laughing because he's like, you can tell, like, you can see panic on people's face sometimes, and definitely could see it on his face. I think it was worried. Tell you what happened. So he's driving. Well, like, we work for Amazon, right? So he has something to do after work. So he's a bit like rushing. He's running to every stop. He's getting out the truck, getting the package out the van, grabbing the package in the van, and running to the houses and running back to the van. Nigga looks like an athlete out there. You know what I'm saying? This shit is funny. Running to every house, like, I mean, full speed. So he's like, man, fuck, I'm tired, bro. Like, he calls me, like, we're on the phone. He's like, bro, I'm tired, bro. I've been running all day. Like, niggas need to send me a rescue. And the rescue is basically wherever, like, we have extra people. They'll come, like, take like 20 stops from you, because we be having like 170, 180 stops a day. I'm talking, that's jumping in and out of that van 170, 180 times. You may visit 200 houses that day. Well, don't let you have an apartment. They don't let you have apartments. Golly. Like, one stop, like, you can get out of the van and one stop at apartments. You have to go to 3 or 4 different doors. First floor, third floor. Most of the time it's on a third floor too, bro. And that'd be the shitty part. Or, you know how apartment buildings are split up. Like, you may got like like the low numbers, like the 100s on the left side of the building, 200s on the right side of the building. Same building, but like then you gotta go to the left side, deliver to 2 apartments, and then walk all the way over to the right side and deliver to an apartment, and that'd be one stop. That one stop could take you like 5 minutes. So he's out there just running. Anyways, he's out there running. Get it. He done stopped and got him a Red Bull. Man, when I tell you, this is when it all started to turn left, So he's like, cause he's already tired, right? And he gets the Red Bull, so his mind's really like, he's fatigued and he's trying to force himself to like keep going. So he stops to the stop sign. There's a car in front of him. He pulls up to the stop sign, pulls up behind the car, and it's like how you can get on the highway. Like, not, I guess it's a highway, but it's not like the freeway, but it's the highway. And the car apparently the car pulls up and acts like they're gonna go. So he starts like looking left to see if other cars are coming so he can pull out. You know what I'm saying? Because this other car is already pulled out past the stop sign, like more than 3/4 of the way. He's like, oh yeah, they're gone. Like, so he's looking left, and then he was like, while he's looking left, creeping up, he was like, oh fuck. Tell me why the car in front of him stopped after they done passed the stop sign. After they done passed the stop sign, the car stopped. And as he's looking, like he's not paying attention to what's in front of him, he done rear-ended him. Like and it wasn't bad, according to him. Basically, all that happened was it cracked their bumper paint a little bit. Like, not even all the way across the bumper, just like probably from not even tail light to tail light, probably a little shorter than that. So he done put the van in park, jumped out the van. He said there was a little kid in the back of the car that turned around and started pouting. And I'm like, oh shit, there was kids in the car, nigga. He's like, yeah, bro. So he done hopped out the van. The little kid in the back of the car stayed in the car. I guess it was her grandson that was in the passenger side in the front. He hops out. He said he was about 13, 14. He hops out smiling and shit like, yeah, man, like, I thought y'all was gonna pull out. He was like, yeah. He was like, is it bad? Because, my friend is seeing the bumper before the other person comes from the passenger side. Anyways, the grandson, he's like, oh, it ain't even that bad. So they done fucked around. He done walked to the passenger side window and told the lady, he's like, hey, do you want to follow me to this neighborhood? Or can y'all pull into this neighborhood up the street? It's the next right. The woman's like, yeah, we'll do that. And then she was like, which neighborhood is it? He was like, fuck it, just follow me. So he done pulled around her. And this is all at a freeway, bro. Like well, not a freeway, but a highway at the stop sign. Luckily, no cars pulled up behind them. But they are cars going past them, seeing this shit. So he pulls around them, drives into this neighborhood, and they follow behind him. Boom. She pulls up behind him. They hop out of the car, and he said this is where he started to get a bit of relief. When he hopped out the van, and the woman driver hopped out her car. She was like, it's okay. You probably thought I was going. You probably thought I was going on a road already. I'm just a very cautious driver, so I had stopped. And in his head, he's like, yeah, because you pulled past the stop sign. Like, you were gone, right? Like, who pulls past the stop sign and then stop? Like, I'm not talking about creep past it like you act like you going. So he turns his head, looks to see if another car is coming, and there you go, boop. Um, because there was no cars coming, right? I mean, there were cars coming, but they were off in the distance. Like, I mean, off in the distance to the point where he crept past the stop sign a little bit and checked her bumper. Anyways, he's thinking that he's about to get fired, like, because he's thinking that she's gonna report it to Amazon or whatever, and he's already had some prior stuff going on, like, you know, with his schedule and shit like that. As far as like having back and forth with the um, boss man about like how his schedule been messed up and whatnot. So he's like, yeah, this is the day. This is the day I'm leaving. Anyways, the woman was like, it is an older car, and if it's not messed up too bad, I'm not really worried about it because, it's partially my fault, and I didn't. He's like, in his head, that nigga said he started jumping with joy. He was like, man, can I just send you some money? Anyways, he sent her like $75, and the woman took off. It's been like 2 weeks. I thought she was gonna call back up there and get him fired, but it's been like 2 weeks now, and we ain't heard nothing from her. So we just gonna keep praying that we don't hear nothing from her. Ah, man, that shit was funny though. I'm not gonna lie, that nigga was worried. He was worried like 2 days, 3 days after, cause he's like waiting for that phone call. Only reason I thought she was gonna call is because there were kids in the back, and I didn't know if the little kid was gonna go tell their parents, and their parents be like, no, 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 you know how parents be. But yeah, that happened. That happened. So, long story short, pay attention. I mean, make sure the car is going in front of you. Um, because what I was thinking that like if anytime you hit somebody in the rear, that it's your fault, no matter no matter what. But being that she was past the stop sign and acted like she was gonna go, I don't know. Just make sure the car is gone before you start pulling up at a stop sign. Uh, yeah. Speaking of that, y'all, one time, well, it doesn't even really have to do anything with that accident. What else? What's another story I can tell y'all? Oh, y'all, one time I was doing this pipeline job. So I was like either 24, 25, right? 24, 25. Yeah, I think I was 24. I was 24, and I was doing I was doing a pipeline job. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but basically it's like metal pipes that you put into the ground, like gas pipes. And I was out in Virginia. I was living in Raleigh, North Carolina, and they hit one of my friends put me onto the job. Shit, nigga, I was getting paid like 15, 16, $1,700 a week. I had at that time I was away from the crib so much. I just told one of my homeboys, I was like, hey, like, he didn't have an apartment at the time, and he was staying with his girl, but they won't have the best relationship. So I was like, hey, bro, you pay my rent, or you pay a portion of my rent, like majority portion of my rent. You can just go live at my place. And he was like, all right, bet, bet, bet. So he was living at my place while I was gone, and yeah, I was doing that job out in Virginia. When I tell you, Virginia got some rough spots. Well, the spots that I was in, like what is it, Newport News? Yeah, that's a fucking rough spot. What's another one? Chesapeake was alright. Chesapeake was cool. Yeah, I think it was just Newport News, honestly. Uh, but what I'm getting to is that I was up there. I had a Jeep, right, and most of my clothes and shit was because they don't they provide us hotels and shit like that, but them shits is expensive on a week to week basis. And I had fucked around and made like friends up there, so I would just go stay with them at the campgrounds. They had a camper, and he was like, "Look, bro, just pay me $200 a week, and you know you can come stay at my camper with me." I was like, "All right, bet." Oh no, it wasn't $200 a week. It was like he told me to pay him something like I can't remember exactly how much it was. Maybe it was like $400 for the month. I think that's what it was. I think he let me stay with him like be give him $400 and I stayed with him for the month. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so I was paying him $400 for the month to stay with him at the campgrounds, rather than paying like $70 a night at a hotel. You know, and plus some of them hotels weren't the best. You know, it was kind of sketchy. But did that, and but I kept all of my shit in my Jeep though, cause I didn't want to crowd his space. Kept all of my shit in my Jeep. One day we driving to work, and I just noticed my transmission skip, and I'm like, fuck. I already knew what it was. So I was like, all right, it just started happening. I'm not gonna worry about it. Nigga, 2 weeks later, I'm driving back to the campgrounds, and my Jeep transmission just fuck up. I I'm I'm having to go like what, maybe like 35 miles per hour on the highway. So I pull over to the first exit. Boom. Pull over to the first exit, and it's right off the highway, kind of sorta, and it's on a main road. This CVS that I'm looking at is on a main road. So I pull into there and I park my Jeep towards the road, right? Like towards the main road. So anybody, like, maybe it'll stop people from fucking with my Jeep. Nigga, I come back like a day or two later to like, cause I finally got somebody to tow it back to the campgrounds. Come back a day or two later. Tell me why my Jeep gone. I'm like, damn, my shit done got impounded, man. So now I'm calling around, trying to figure out what impounded done went to. I go to CVS. I'm like, hey, what impounds do y'all use? It was like, actually, this isn't our parking lot. We don't own this parking lot. The store next to us owns the parking lot, and they're closed today. So now I gotta wait till the next day. So I wait till the next day, get in contact with them. They tell me, but it's like 6, 7 o'clock. And when I called, he was like, yeah, man, we ain't told nothing from over there. That's when my heart started beating, bro. My heart started beating like crazy. I'm like, what you mean? She told me y'all own the. He was like, yo, yeah, we do tow from over there, but we ain't told anything from over there. brother, brother. So I'm like, I called the police immediately because now I'm thinking maybe like it was impounded from sitting there too long. I'm just trying to be optimistic about it, right? As much as I can. So call police. Police show up. They're like, no, nothing's been told. We haven't done anything. Like, it would be on record. If anything was towed in this area, they have to report it before they tow it. And nothing's been reported. No Jeep has been reported as being towed. So now I know my Jeep has been stolen with all of my belongings in there. I mean, everything. Clothes, watches, everything. Everything. And I was so tight, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Because like 2 or 3 weeks before, no, maybe like a month before that, I had just cut my dreads, right? And I had put them in my a bag because I was like, if I don't like the way I look without dreads, I'm gonna get somebody to sew these bitches back in. My dreads was in my van as well. So yeah, that happened, man. And apparently that neighborhood that I pulled off into, or that area, didn't even look like a bad area though. But apparently it's bad for vehicles being stolen. And the cop is like, yeah, so tell me what happened. And she's basically, while we're talking, she's trying to allude to maybe me having it set up to be stolen. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm not from around here. I'm just here on a contract job. Like, she was like, oh, well, this area is really bad for having vehicles stolen. And she just getting an attitude with me about it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how am I supposed to know that? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm like, fuck it. I gotta look to the brighter side of it. Call my insurance. Maybe I'll get a new car. New car. Wrong answer. They send an investigator, or have an investigator call me. And when I tell you, I was going through like a month-long process of trying to get information from him. No, not get information from him, but get information for him, and work like 10, 12-hour days. And I'm talking about work where I gotta be there. I got to be active. I couldn't do it. And they were basically trying to make it seem like I had it set up to be stolen too. And I get it, it's an insurance company, but I'm like, I'm paying my insurance. I pay my car payment, everything on time. Like, fuck am I gonna have it stolen for? Then, so I'm like, all right, bet, whatever. It came to a point after like 3 months or 2 months, I was like, fuck it, bro. Like, the whole time I'm getting around now, I'm just riding with the guy at the campground. So now I'm like, fuck it, bro. I don't even want to deal with this shit no more. Whatever. I took the L. I just took the L, bro. I took the L and didn't get nothing for my van. My Jeep. Nothing. The sad part about it is 2 weeks after that, 2 weeks after my van got stolen, and they gave me the news that I'm like, not gonna be able to get anything for it or whatever. They making it seem like I stole it, and I just said, fuck it. 2 weeks after that is my birthday. Happy birthday, nigga. Happy birthday. Then that same day, well, the day before my birthday, I find out I'm getting laid off. Nigga. I'm like, I don't even have a fucking car. How am I gonna get back to North Carolina? So, what happens is I end up calling an Uber. I got an Uber all the way back. Matter of fact, even before that, when my Jeep first got stolen, I had to Uber back home. I had to call an Uber to Uber me back home so I can go get some more clothes. So I done took a, what was it, $250 Uber back to North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. And then the next, and I mean, it was back to back, right? Because I had to be to work the next day. So a $250 Uber to North Carolina. The guy was like, hey man, listen, if you need to ride back, just let me know. I'm like, well, yeah, I need to ride back in 2 hours. He was like, oh, just call me. I'm about to go take a nap then. So I end up just calling his personal phone, which now that I think about it, could have been dangerous because they could have just kidnapped me because it wasn't under Uber or anything. But yeah, did that. Got an Uber back the same night. Just gave him the $250 straight up instead of paying Uber for it. And then, like I said, 2 weeks later, got laid off. Had to pay another $250 to get back to North Carolina. Bro. Man, that was a bad time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was going through it. Get back, don't got no vehicle. Now I gotta go get another car, get another. Oh, and that's not even the worst of it. It was listen, I had just made my last car payment. The Jeep was paid off. Swear to God. That last payment I made that month, that was my last payment. Paid the Jeep off. Stolen. Get nothing for it. Get laid off. Day before my birthday. Yeah. That's that, man. But yeah, I'm not never sad about it. Do I wish shit would have went a little differently? Of course I do. But I'm not sad about it. Fuck it. Shit happens in life. You gotta move on. You got to move on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason to cry about it. Or I mean maybe you can't cry about it, but whatever. Move on, nigga. Do better. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't really have too much for y'all today. I hope you enjoy story time. Tomorrow I'll try to. I think I'm gonna have a guest on for the next episode for tomorrow. Never know. You gotta tune in and find out. But yeah, appreciate everybody for stopping by. You know what I'm saying? Give it up for y'all one more time. Yep. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram at Psych Expansion Podcast. Follow my personal Instagram at AskGabriel_. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to see if we got a guest or not and see who it is. I might just pop out and show niggas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow.